Winners don't use drugs.
What's up?
Hey,
Tommy, Darius. Thank you guys for joining me.
thank you for showing this sequel, if it could be called that. We had
A discussion, so we could have this discussion about Sleepaway Camp II.
what a
Unhappy
movie!
Campers.
Subtitle: Unhappy Campers. Tommy, what was the follow up line to "Winners Don't Use Drugs" that Angela said in the movie?
Oh God, there I forget now. Shit.
Yeah, I forgot to.
It was when she killed the shit sisters.
Yeah. Angela doesn't like any fun.
Spoiler: Angela's back in this one.
Well, we find that out within the first 5 minutes.
But it's not the Angela we know.
It's in any sense.
No, not from the first one.
It's not the same actor. It's not even really the same character. This is basically fan fiction, in my opinion.
It's
what's up, Bone?
Bruce Springsteen's sister. Holy shit! Hey, what's up, Bone? How you doing?
Yeah, this is as much a sequel to Sleepaway Camp as a J.J. Abrams sequel.
Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, Bone. If you celebrate Thanksgiving. If not, forget I said anything.
Yeah, I think he's American. Like 95% sure.
Some Americans don't care to, they just don't want to hear the word Thanksgiving at all.
What I don't like is Turkey Day.
It's not even, it's talking about like people don't care about holidays. So
sometimes I know. What are you talking about? I sit up like some fool and eat turkey? That's no, the forefathers jerked me.
No, I love eating the turkey. I just, when people call it Turkey Day, I just grinds my gears, because it's like they're erasing the gratitude from the holiday. That's what I like about Thanksgiving is that it's a celebration of gratitude above and even beyond, the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. It's just a day to say thanks. So they call it Turkey Day. It's like saying Xmas. You have now removed the holiday from itself. But if you like calling it that, that's fine. I don't judge. It just irks my earballs.
Are you one of those anti-Thanksgiving people? Like, I don't want to hear about Thanksgiving. I don't want to talk about Thanksgiving. Okay.
Oh, I love Thanksgiving. Even though now, a year ago we had a tragedy that occurred around that time. But nonetheless, I still I like Thanksgiving in some ways more than Christmas, because Christmas is such a katamari blob of all these different customs and traditions. But Thanksgiving is just you get together and you say thanks and you have dinner with your family and eat turkey. It's nice. You watch the Lions lose on television, which we did again. Tradition.
Oh, that's a Thanksgiving tradition. Watching the Lions lose.
Especially here.
When the hell was the last time the Lions actually won on Thanksgiving?
I don't know. Could have been before my lifetime. Huh? I can look that up.
Have they ever won?
Do you mean a game at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
I went to a Lions game once.
A couple this year. They won a couple games this year.
When's the last time they won on Thanksgiving? Oh, updated. You might be surprised to know.
I went to a Lions game once.
2016 was the last time.
That's the last time? Wow.
Yep. They beat the Vikings 16-13.
Go Detroit.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So we just watched a shit bomb movie. Let's talk about the shit bomb movie.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a total shit bomb compared to the first one.
It was surprisingly bad as much as last week's was surprisingly good. And the kids were way better actors.
Yeah. The 13-year-old kids from the first one were better actors than anybody in this movie, actually. Including Bruce Springsteen's sister.
I think this one set out to be a cornball 80s slasher movie with one-liners and in-jokes and pop culture references.
Well, we also had to get the fucking stupid-ass Freddy and Jason and Leatherface scenes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this was not cinema. This is not what Scorsese would call cinema.
I can't believe it that this was actually released in some theaters. That some theaters actually had the balls to put this on a film reel and charge people to come sit and watch it.
I can't believe
this
that
reeked it straight to VHS, and it wasn't.
Dude, I can't believe that this movie seemed to jokingly suggest that it was in the same league as Friday the 13th.
So this is not like the first one. The who
not even close.
The who done it, who's the killer thing. We get the killer within the first 5 minutes of the fucking movie.
Yeah, in fact, they open on story time around the fire where they're summing up the plot of the first movie.
Yeah, there's a girl sitting at the campfire explaining what happened in the first one, and everyone's like going around. Oh, I heard this. I heard this. We get Mini Patrick Swayze. He gives us the story. Like his dad is the one who arrested her.
They kept circling back around that over and over again, didn't they?
Yeah, there's one girl at this campfire. So she snuck off, and up comes a female counselor telling her to come back to the bunk.
Named Angela.
Angela.
Yeah, who they foreshadowed by having her silhouette sneaking up on the group.
Yeah. So they're getting into an argument on the way back to the bunk, and the young girl runs off. She gets lost. Well, first of all, she was saying, Angela was saying you shouldn't have been telling those kids that spooky story. You know, you shouldn't have been frightening them with that story.
Mm-hmm. Why not, Angela?
I don't even remember her answer. Holy shit, this movie was dumb. But we did get tits. But anyway.
I'm telling you, like I said before, it wasn't for cheesy murder scenes, this thing would have been completely unwatchable.
I'd give it more of a grade to the tits.
That's right, Sasha. If you don't have no fucking tits in it, what good is it? Because you got to be a real man, and real men like to see beds with their clothes fucking off.
The girl who showed her tits the most was the hottest girl in this movie.
Yeah, and she was a real, like...
She's legit a bathroom slut. A bathroom slut.
Literally.
Bathroom stall slut.
Oh, man. Hey, you don't have AIDS or anything, do you? Oh, can I say that on the air? I have to bleep that.
The question of all questions is asked in this movie.
Asked too late.
After fornication in the woods.
Yeah. You're supposed to ask that ahead of time, but...
So every time Angela kills... All right, this is a running thing in the movie. Every time Angela kills a kid, they were sent home. Angela went over the head counselor. Yeah, Angela's a counselor now. We got a whole story about Angela. We basically get the this is supposed to be supposedly 5 years after the first one.
Mm-hmm. And the rumor has it that she had what in the 80s was called a sex change operation, what now we would call gender reassignment, paid for with our parents' tax dollars. This is said in the first scene of the movie. Surely a film ahead of its time. And so that's the hand wave away from needing to give Angela any kind of bulge. Well, no, she wears baggy clothes the entire film.
Well, that's because she's not really a bird at all, is she?
No, she needs
she is now.
Now she's in need of dilation.
Yeah. Everything that we were talking about at the end of last week's episode is totally irrelevant to this movie.
Yeah, it's out the fucking window with this movie.
All of the psychosexual context of Angela's life and her identity and her repression.
The mystery of anything is gone in this movie.
Right, whether she was just sort of snapping into some, Mr. Hyde persona in order to kill people that threatened her identity as Angela in the first film, that ambiguity is gone. It's all premeditated now. She's just a serial killer.
How agitated did Angela get when that guy said Pete?
Oh, well, she didn't like that.
No.
She didn't like that one bit. No.
Oh, she also didn't like the girl explaining stuff to the other kids in the beginning because cuts out her fucking tongue after she smashes her in the head with a log.
Yeah.
Well, that's right, because you can't have no bird trying to explain something to you.
That's why birds should be seen, not heard. I'm just kidding, Jens. I know you would say that. But yeah, no, she doesn't like taking a memory walk down Thunder Road. That's a Springsteen reference. Anyway, no.
Bruce Springsteen's sister is legit the star of this movie. There's no joking with that. That's actually.
She was killed down at the campground. Yep.
Oh wait, who did you? All right, you pointed out she looks more like Matthew Lillard, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. When you spotted that,
freaking bleeding over here, man.
Yeah. Once you spotted that, I couldn't unsee it. She had his frog eyes.
Yeah. Well, and the sister of Emilio and Carlos Estevez was in this movie.
Oh yeah, yes, Renee Estevez, Pamela Springsteen, and Renee Estevez are the stars of this movie. Holy fucking shit!
I didn't even know they had a sister.
I tell you what. Here's what you do. You have a girlfriend or anything, don't ever invite me around to meet her because I might figure out who she looks like and I might just ruin it for you.
Well, I'm saying all this movie needed was a soundtrack by Frank Stallone, and it would have been fucking the triple threat right there.
This movie is very, very 80s. It was mullets and moosed women's hair and hair metal sleeveless t-shirts. What's up, games?
And short shorts.
Yeah, and waistlines hiked up to the tits.
Don't forget the short shorts.
Yeah.
Just like Sleepaway Camp 1, even the boys were wearing short shorts, the shorty shorts.
Yeah, it was so 80s. The shorts, they cut off right at the crotch, but they went all the way up to the rib cage. Oh, man.
What was the main counselor's name? TC? Was he TC?
Yeah,
that guy had a spectacular mullet. Because it was kind of like old timey newscaster parted in the front.
Oh, that guy. I didn't even remember his name.
I felt it was more like a Joe Dirt mullet. But yeah. I mean, I guess the other one you explained would work too.
Yeah, and Molly, the Estevez girl, she's the only one that didn't have her hair moosed out. She just looked kind of like a shy.
The only one who didn't show her tits.
Yeah, well, that too. Oh no, man,
the black girl
Allie couldn't wait to get him out.
Yeah, Allie. Every 5 minutes, Allie sits around.
Yeah, it's in the bunk. She's just like slinging him around until Angela comes in with her prude gavel. Shuts it down. Like, I'd appreciate it if you put those away.
Allie's down for raw dogging in the woods.
Oh yeah, or in the men's room.
I'm telling you, if somebody started watching this movie at one of those points in the film, they would probably think they were watching a porno with the way she acts.
That was definite porno acting.
Allie Gash. Yeah,
not the gash.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't have a glory hole in her bathroom. She'd be the one with her name on the wall for a good time call.
Angela might take a chainsaw on the other end of that fucking glory hole, so they got to be careful.
Oh yeah. Speaking of all the subtlety being removed, Angela uses a chainsaw in this movie.
Burns people on a grill. It's literally burns people on a grill.
Yeah, dude, I think even Ash, I don't know if that movie was out yet, Evil Dead, but yeah, she has some Ash moments. with the one-liners,
Yeah.
with the chainsaw.
When she did the chainsaw kill, she had a one-liner.
Yeah, dude, she was just a serial killer now. That's all she is now.
Oh, there was the girl that she actually drives out of the. She doesn't just kill her on sight. She drives her at first. The girl's like, "Oh, what are you looking for? A gun? No, a drill."
Yeah, it just drills her in the passenger seat of the car, but winces at the blood. She turns away like, ugh, like what she's doing is gross.
Okay,
It's
Evil
like
Dead. The first Evil Dead came out 1 year before this did.
Okay, good. Yeah, so they could have been ripping that off. Dude, I think
you mean
they
before
ripped
the
off a lot.
original Sleepaway Camp?
No, before this
No,
one.
before this one.
This one says 88.
Yeah,
Evil
that's
Dead
what I mean. With
2?
Evil Dead, the
2.
first Evil Dead came out in 87.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was basically like a patchwork quilt of stolen elements from Friday the 13th.
No, the very first Evil Dead was before that.
It's listed as being 87.
Yeah.
81
as old as me.
was the very first. Evil Dead 2 was 87.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that Angela with the we literally got a Jason mask and a Freddy Krueger costume in this movie. So the fact that she has her chainsaw, it feels very
Evil Dead 1 was 81.
Oh,
Evil
yeah.
Dead 2
You're
was
right.
87.
Yeah, no, when I looked up Evil Dead, it must have came up with Evil Dead 2 first.
Yeah, so they definitely had seen that. But Angela's not killing deadites, she's killing campers. And she's stuffing them all in one cabin.
Close enough, man.
She's
close
like
enough.
not.
They're the same thing.
She's nonsensically killing people in this movie compared to the first one. Like there
unprovoked.
were reasons why she was killing people in the first one.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it makes perfect sense. They were fornicating.
Oh my god, dude, she's such a prude now.
Well, notice like when the one scene where she gets the kids in the cabin, the ones that were and by the way, anybody watches? Oh yeah, the two pervs, two younger pervs are hanging outside the window, staring at the girls and taking Polaroid shots of it, and they got a baseball card collection of chest shots that they're going over. And Angela wants to see what they're doing. She already peeps in the window just like they did. And then she goes and asks for it. Doesn't get mad until she sees a Polaroid of her with her trying to get her top on or off.
Yeah.
Notice that she didn't get too mad about all the other shots.
No,
she got mad about hers.
Because she was looking through the whole set.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill that one. I'm going to kill that one. I'm going to kill... Hey!
Wait. Yeah.
Take care, Bone.
See you, Bone. Oh man, yeah. And I was wondering, I was wondering what Angela was doing with all these bodies because she was racking up a body count pretty quick.
We'll see that later on.
Yeah.
What exactly she was? You mean the people she sent home? In quotations, right? People she had to send them home. And the counselors start getting pissed off. They're like, "You're going over our heads sending these kids home."
Yeah, but they don't notice how suspicious it is that they don't seem to realize that these campers being sent home are dead. They don't know they're dead because they just think they went home. Like,
yeah, they were sent home, all right.
Pretty dumb.
I'm on my way.
And I presume
it would never happen under Mel's watch at the other camp.
No, it would not.
No,
and it's
Mel would have let
mean?
the dead bodies get taken out and say it was an accident. That's what Mel would have done.
Well, Mel would have been fucking him too. Yeah. Perfectly
like
normal accident.
Like the kid was obviously drowned forcefully. It was an accident. He deserved the arrow through his neck.
Oh, he deserved more than that. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay. Chris, how you doing, brother?
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Who do you think would have been Mel's favorite at this camp?
Oh, definitely fucking Allie. Allie would have been Allie. Yeah, Mel would have Me Too'd Allie.
Oh, dude, she was me doing herself.
Allie was the fucking she was the birthday cake of that fucking council, the camp counselors, because everyone got a piece.
Yeah, well, to explain what I mean about me doing herself, at the pool, she's wearing a t-shirt. She's got a bikini with a t-shirt on. She takes the bikini top off through the t-shirt and immediately tells the guy next to her, "Don't get my t-shirt wet." And he's like, "Oh yeah," and he throws her in the pool, which is obviously what she wanted him to do. And now she just has a wet t-shirt.
Well, she also, well, she's using that dude to make Swayze Jr. jealous.
Yeah, dude, she's skeezing on these guys trying to get at some other guy.
Yeah, she is a hot skeezer.
It's just unbelievable.
She wouldn't have had to do that if a real man like me was at that campground with some masculinity. Those little soy bitches at that camp don't know how to treat a bird.
No, you gotta have her rolling around in the bathroom with Comet falling all over the place. The cans of Comet all over the fucking floor.
You know, I in all my years, I don't ever recall seeing a 6-pack of Comet like that.
Well,
I thought it was beer for a second.
It was a bathroom in a fucking camp, little shack. I don't know. So I never been to. You guys said last week that you went to camps like this, so I didn't know how. I guess they were your camps weren't stocked with cleaning products.
Not where I was staying.
No.
No, I'm just wondering. I never knew. Like I said, I knew people who went to summer camp. I never did, or any sort of camp. So I don't know. Maybe there's people fucking and on the floor in the bathroom, and there's Comet falling all over the place.
Well, she could have used some more cleaning product. I'm sure.
And then they get stuffed in an outhouse later.
Yeah. She was just stuffing them in there.
There's really not much of a story to even explain of this fucking movie because it's just mindless kills, right? Am I correct on that one? It's just mindless kill after mindless kill.
Yeah.
So we don't really need to go into a plot or anything. Okay, so let's go through these fucking kills.
Yeah. All right. Log attack.
The log attack with followed up by the tongue cutout. The second one was the shit sisters, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The shit sisters who just got high all day, and one of them was fornicating in the woods while the other one was passed out, stoned or drunk or whatever. Probably both.
Was that the one she's like, I like to drink and I like to fuck?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's all right.
I like money.
The I'm a Happy Camper song that Angela plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing their own dirty version of that song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we got the barbecue.
Yeah, the barbecue was kill number 2. Although I guess it's kill number 2 and 3. We don't see the first kill because the motherfucker's dead already.
Yeah.
By the time the other one wakes up.
Best prop in the whole movie, the skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all charred and burned. It was really only half a skeleton.
Hello, Jackdaw.
What up?
Yeah, how did she... What's up, Jack? How did she, like, get it that burned? Okay, so without going into too much detail...
Put ourselves through it? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so I heard this story about a guy who, when he was a kid, his dad was in the mob, and he had a friend with a house out in the country, and one day they went by to talk for a minute, and he smelled a barbecue. He's like, are we going to stick around for the barbecue? It smells good. He's like, nah, we got to go. See ya, Uncle Paulie. And so they left. He found out years later that Uncle Paulie was had killed a guy and burned him alive. And but it's really hard to do because if you're not, burning the body up to cremation temperature, it takes forever, right? And so so it took all night trying to burn this body, and it just smelled like cooking a pig, because it smelled like pork basically. And so I don't know how Angela. The reason I bring this up is because there's just this charred half a skeleton. So I don't know how long did it take Angela to burn this sister to get down to this charred black skeleton.
So,
Are
so
you
what
really
was she using gas, or was she using kerosene to burn them? Doesn't kerosene burn at a little bit higher of a temperature?
Are you asking for logic in this movie though, Darius? I'm just curious.
I'm thinking it
because
through.
This is
How
not,
did this?
this movie
What's up,
logic
Deej?
is logic is done. Dunsky.
Just
What's up, Deej?
Dunsky.
yeah, unless there's a crematory in the camp, and she just like put the body in there and took it out like a minute early before the bones were vaporized.
But I guess we kind of got robbed of a kill right there, right? Because
Yeah,
there were sisters, but only we got to see one of them die. One of them was already dead by the time the other one woke up because they did
All right,
that.
well, all right, all right. Wait a minute. Well, I want to explain it. Like, I have an explanation here. So, what if, after she burned them alive, she threw barbecue sauce on them while their
Oh my
bones
God.
were cooking? That would explain the black.
apparently she wasn't concerned with her carbon footprint.
What's up, Bara?
What's up, RR?
Hello. How you doing, RR?
Nope. No.
There's an
no.
explanation to this, and Darius wants it.
Yeah. Oh, what do they call those green burials where you bury your body in mulch?
You know
Shouldn't
what they
even do
call that? They call that soy as fuck. That's what that is. A real masculine man don't get burned like that. He don't get buried with green stuff. He gets
Anyone that
thrown
got
off a
killed by
bridge into the
Angela.
water. That's what a man does.
Any bloke that got killed by Angela was soy.
Yeah, don't get killed by no bird.
Salute, RR. But am I wrong though? There's really no story to this movie, right?
The story
No.
the story is she's angry.
Yeah,
Apparently
you could basically
transitioning didn't help her.
the script could have been written on a napkin. Of the full script could have been written on a napkin, right?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not. I might be stretching here, but I would almost bet you Vince Russo had something to do with this movie. Yo,
Bro.
swerve, bro. Swerve,
bro. She comes back, bro. But this time she's Springsteen's sister, bro.
Vince Russo. Hold on. I gotta look this guy up real quick.
Yeah, Vince Russo was a wrestling guy. He was a wrestling he was a booker for wrestling. That was fucking god awful.
Okay. Oh, creative roles. Okay.
He was creative, bro. And literally every other word out of his mouth. He can't end a sentence without saying bro. He probably calls his mother bro.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
And he liked putting stuff on a pole. He liked having something on a pole match. Like whatever. Whether it's a fucking
Jarrett Hall on a pole match.
Yeah.
Judy
Yeah, well-
Bagwell on a pole match. No, it was a forklift.
Angela's
pole free in this movie.
Yes, and she says it at the end too. She gives the story of what happened to her. She says that she went through like shock therapy. She says how many years she was in therapy.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah, but she didn't get unfucked up.
No,
Also
well,
pills.
she
She got more fucked
she
up.
says if she wasn't fucked up, why would they let her out?
Well, maybe she killed them all. That's a good question though, because yeah, they did let her out.
She keeps also mentioning her crazy aunt from the first one.
Well, maybe the aunt got her out.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
she did say she had a therapist and everything else that were helping her to get the job.
Yeah, she named a lot of people. She's like, I got a lot of people in my corner. Clergymen. She's like naming a bunch of other fucking things.
Oh, that explains why she's so religious now.
Also protected, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, she doesn't mention religion, but it's strongly implied through just what a prude she is. In the types of things that she clamps down on with the campers.
But all right, so with this dumb shit we just watched, they couldn't bring back the woman who played her mother to even do like a quick scene. Come on.
That was too high budget, man.
Well, yeah, she was a real actor.
That woman was all booked up after that fucking after that first role she played, right?
Yeah. Nice girls don't have their tits out, Allie.
I don't know.
Like,
I
how's Angela talk about being a nice girl?
don't know if girl has her tits out in front of me. I'd say she's pretty nice. I don't know.
Nice girls,
wait a minute. Whoa. What's going on there, Deej? You didn't have a bird? You had hot dogs? Do you know Angela?
Oh, not that hot dog. Oh man, yeah. Allie was like a hot dog down the hallway.
Allie was hot, but definitely, you know, if you're gonna do something with Allie in the woods, double bag that shit.
All right. What about the bad time fillers that they did with Angela singing "Kumbaya" every time she was apparently dilating, according to you?
She was dilating. Oh shit! I'm just saying that's what trans people have to do.
Yeah.
We didn't get any dilating scenes of Angela.
We did get some filler scenes like the sloppy bathroom sex. Almost sex. Where there's it's just legs, just two pairs of legs.
I'm pretty sure that toilet had a good time.
Yeah, we didn't get anything like a baseball scene like in the first one, you know.
Angela has a drill.
Budget, man. It wasn't in the budget.
They couldn't afford a fucking softball and a bunch of fucking catches and a bunch of mitts.
Dude, Angela had a drill. I mean, they couldn't have her drill a glory hole and then drop a one-liner.
Oh, they spent it on those awesome Jason and Freddy costumes.
Oh God! Wow, what a meta reference, you know. It's our way of knowing that this is not Sleepaway Camp 2. Not really. This is just a slasher movie. The soup, you say? Yeah, there's no soup in this movie either.
There is something like gruel towards the end because I don't know what she made, but it looked like gruel.
But there's no bodies.
Oh, yeah, what she's trying to feed them at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of canned goods that she's
I like that picture.
Through off the wait, what is that a picture of? Is that
it looks like a parody of RoboCop.
Kid?
It's a RoboCop.
Yeah, but it's like Garbage Pail Kid RoboCop.
I dig it.
Yeah,
I never really saw the detail in it until now. It's a good picture.
I like the little wind-up key in his leg.
Yeah. Cut it up and throw it in with the mac and cheese.
I have a feeling the third one of this is going to be a lot worse.
Dude, you know what Deej just said? That would be a good, like, metaphorical shot in this movie when they're talking about Angela's therapy, and then just have a close up on a hot dog being cut up and thrown in with the mac and cheese. You know, one of those allegorical shots in the movie. Just chop that hot dog up. I heard they chopped up her hot dog and threw it in with the mac and cheese. And our parents' tax dollars paid for it.
How do you know? My dad was a cook there.
Or better yet, she could have just opened up a can of Vienna sausages and started dumping them out.
Yeah, that's a good point. She didn't attack any Johnsons. Her name is Johnson in this movie, but she didn't attack any Johnsons. You'd think that she'd have Johnson envy or something, and you know, go after. No, but she doesn't. She really goes after the girls, the birds in this one.
Well, she's really mad at the girls who show their tits, though. She's really mad. Whatever girl is gonna whip out their tits, like pull up their tank tops or go to sleep naked, She's not gonna like. She's not gonna
you
like.
know why? Because they didn't have to work to get them like Angela did.
Yeah. That's true. Angela had to earn her womanhood.
Yeah.
She said it, multiple surgeries.
Yeah, and they don't have to dilate. Or says, what a waste of a perfectly set up run. I know, right?
Didn't have to dilate.
They don't know how easy they have it. They're just smoking a joint in the woods. I like to drink and I like the booze.
I tell you what, no, you know what though? I mean, I think you're really leading down a road that could improve the script on this. So every time she loses it is the night that she has to dilate. Makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, that's how Pete comes out. The ghost of Pete. Russo would have included sausage puns. Yeah, he would have. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and then we get a close-up on a hot dog being chopped up into pieces, bro. Thrown in with the mac and cheese.
Bro, right before she kills a girl, bro, she smacks a can of Spam, bro.
Darius, no joke. Vince Russo once booked a Viagra on a pole match.
Oh my god.
He's also the one that booked Arquette to win the world heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, David Arquette was a champion in WCW.
Didn't he do the Jay Leno too? He brought him in and had him put Hulk Hogan.
All because they made a movie. It was only because they made that stupid Ready to Rumble movie.
Is that when they had to admit wrestling was fake?
No, that was already known for years.
Okay.
First of all,
admit it for a long time.
I found out wrestling was fake for real when motherfucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Iron Sheik are feuding on television.
And got
I'm like 7, 8 years old. Do you remember this, Tommy? Do you remember? Because they had this on the news up here.
They got busted. Were they
It
in a
happened
limo
up
when
here.
they got busted? I forget. I think they were in a limo, weren't they, when they got busted with the coke?
Or a truck. They were in it was just the two of them, I think, though. But they were in a truck or a limo. I don't know. They're feuding on television like 1987, 1988-ish. And then all of a sudden, on the fucking news, they're like, the Iron Sheik and Hacksaw Jim Duggan get pulled over for DUI and possession of drugs and blah, 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 blah. And that's where it was ruined for me. It wasn't real for me anymore. It wasn't real, goddammit.
They broke kayfabe.
Extremely. I think they fired the Iron Sheik after that, but they kept Hacksaw Jim Duggan around.
At least for a little while.
Oh, yeah, because then they brought him back as an Iraqi. First he's Iranian, then he's Iraqi. I'm a little kid. I'm like, I know these are two different countries that were just at war with each other not too long.
Yeah. Iranians are Persian. They're not Arabs. The Sheik got fired. Heels and baby faces aren't supposed to travel together, right?
Well, not at that time. It's okay now because the curtain has already been pulled back. But back in those days, no, that was a no-no. Yeah, she got fired and went to WCW for like, I don't know, a couple months. And then he went back to fucking Vince as a fucking Iraqi.
I spit on you.
Oh yeah, Middle Eastern people who are not Arab don't like being called Arab. They're quick to correct you.
Well, it's the same if you mistake a Japanese person with a Chinese person.
Yeah.
If you mistake a Puerto Rican person with a Dominican person, some people get very uptight if you do that.
And apparently, if you say Oriental and you're not like identifying a rug or something like that, they get offended.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Or New Yorkers and people from New Jersey. They don't like getting mixed up.
Well, I honestly don't care if anyone mixes me up with a New Jersey person because I'm from New York and I don't give a flying fuck about New York pride or anything. Sorry. New York pride. Oh, I'm from New York. Yeah, you're from there. So
Hey,
fucking much.
whoa! It's the best city in the world. Greatest city
Well,
on earth.
What's the point of being proud of like where you're from? That's
No, see
fucking
right there. See, Deej knows. See right there. Those are fighting words.
If you call guinea pig general, yeah.
Not even close.
No, they taste totally different.
You son of a bitch. You son
Yeah,
of
I
a
was saying
bitch.
the same thing too with Japanese and Chinese people.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
want you getting them mixed up.
Mhm.
Korean people.
See, I knew some Koreans, so I mean, I could tell the difference. And you know, some people I've had people say, "I can't believe you said that," but seriously, like if you know somebody who's like Korean, they have this thing with their nose and everything. It looks like it's been
I know.
smashed in.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's
No,
the worst
seriously.
part.
No, he's
That
not.
description is the worst part, though.
It's 100%
You know what?
true.
It is.
And,
You know what? It
and the
is
Korean
Darius.
girl I
It is
know.
Darius, but it's true because the dude I knew I used to hang out with. He had. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Well,
I hung out
the
with a
Korean girl I knew, she was the one that explained it like that, and she's like, because she's like, well, you know how to tell Koreans, Japanese, everybody apart, and I was like, no, she said, look at my face, see how my nose looks smashed in? That's how all Koreans look. And that's how she literally explained it to me, and I just like laughed my ass off.
All right. We'll
It was
just
so
put
funny.
quote marks around it.
What's up, Sentinel?
What's up, Sentinel?
Sentinel.
Deep says they also have fatter foreheads. What the hell?
Oh man. How did it go this way? Yeah.
Man.
I tell you what, we're
I'm
saying
not-
right
no,
now makes
but
more
listen,
sense than the script.
What I know exactly. I know exactly what Tommy's saying. This Korean dude. You know how I really knew this because it was one of the first times I was tripping on acid, and we were sitting in this other dude's house, and I was just looking at this guy's face, and I'm like, I was tripping on his face, like his face, and I started noticing exactly what you said with the smashed in nose.
What's up, Papa? Papa got here at just the right
Hey,
time.
what's good?
What up,
How you
Papa?
doing, man?
Hey, see, he
You
knew
got
some,
here
like,
just at the right time.
semi almost construed as hateful comment was being spewed, and he was like, "I got to get over there."
Oh man.
All right, so let's just stop explaining our descriptions of Korean people's facial features.
He smashed in.
Quote unquote. There's no Koreans in the movie.
No, there were no Koreans in this movie. There were 2 black people in this movie.
Yeah. That's about it. There were 2 upper middle class black kids, one boy and one girl, and all the other kids were white. Most of them female. Most of the significant characters.
I have serious doubts that kid was actually black.
Are you saying he's Alfonso Ribeiro black?
Let's put it this way: that guy TC acted more black than that kid did.
Oh, come on. Hail vigilante. Stop the Asian hate, you bigots.
What's up, vigilante?
He got here at just the right moment, too.
Jesus Christ! Now I'm gonna get
it's
the ACLU after me because
You know, it's funny because the one thing I did appreciate about this movie is that the first black characters to get killed are in the second half of the movie. They're like at least the eighth and ninth victim.
All right.
Actually, no, the boy doesn't get killed. Just the girl gets killed, right? She gets strangled.
No, the boy gets killed because he's the one dressed as Jason.
Oh, okay, yeah. Time to cancel you all.
Well, I guess I had a good run.
Yeah, but I mean, like these deaths, they come out of nowhere. In the first movie, at least we knew who was gonna get it next because they were even if we didn't know who the killer was yet. you know, because I like to keep guessing until the reveal. But yeah, when
but
people
what's the point of keeping
throw-
guessing if within the first 5 minutes you're not gonna know who did it? You're gonna know.
well, that's the thing about the sequel.
This
I mean,
is not Clue.
no, all the mystery of the first film has been removed before this one even begins, because we already know. They give us the story of the plot of the first movie at the campfire, and then enter Angela by name, like, oh, hey, Angela. So they don't know, but we know. It's one of those things that it's there for us, right? So that we know, oh, this is Angela. They know about the story, but they don't know that this is the killer they were just talking about.
And every time I hear the name Angela, I think of Angela or Tony Danza going, Angela.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Say, hey, Angela. You should give her the Danza slap. Who's the boss?
Stranded at the campground, fried up like a fool.
Oh, man.
So where were we? Like, she barbecued the sisters.
Yeah. Yep. First one was already grilled up. The second one is just sitting on the grill. And she's not really even screaming much until Angela pours the kerosene on her.
I'm trying to remember because there were kills between the grill scene and the outhouse scene, right? I'm trying to think of who was killed in between the grills and the outhouse.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
someone got stabbed.
Either.
The stabbing happens after, though, because the stabbing is. I was like, oh, she got megged. And that was like in the last quarter of the film.
All right, no, that was her stabbing Molly, but Molly survived. All right, we also got a terrible ending. Jesus Christ, that fucking ending.
Oh, she did stab Molly. That's right.
Yeah, she stabbed Molly in the back,
but not like she did it towards.
No, not like she did to Meg. Not like
she broke out. She broke out the Arnold in that scene because she was like, and I stick the knife in her and I turn it. That's what it's about.
Right. Oh, but Allie got stabbed too. She got stabbed in the back.
There was the drill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. The drill. I can't remember the order of these.
What are you going to get, a knife or a gun and kill me? No, I'm going to get a drill.
Yeah. There were no guns. There was a knife. There was a drill.
And then she sent her home.
Right. The thing is, I don't remember the order of many of these kills because there was no plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Broke out. Oh, I can't read that one.
Vaccinator.
Booster to the back. Oh my god. Yeah. So, should we describe Allie?
Oh,
is that I remember?
Oh, Allie, the cum dumpster.
Yeah, I think there was a kill in that, and that Angela came right from the other kill, didn't she?
Well, Allie came right from raw dogging in the woods.
Let's not forget that infamous quote, right? But the best was she was like, "Oh, that was great."
Oh, yeah, that was fun. She said thanks. First, she said thanks, and then that was fun.
All right. Before that, Molly is squealing to Angela about all the shit that Allie had said about her and about Angela, and
snitching.
It's like, where do you think she is? And Angela's like, probably out fornicating. And guess what she's doing? Guess what exactly she's doing?
Yep.
Tits out and all. And she's doing like, what'd you say? Like a Sharon Stone?
Oh, yeah. Arched back.
Sex scene type shit.
Yeah, Basic Instinct. Yeah.
She was working on her porn skills.
Yeah. Because now this is after the toilet scene, right? The toilet shag.
Well, the toilet shag it wasn't even a shag. It was a failed encounter because Angela.
I don't know. I think her belly button got a lot of action.
Yeah, it was so sloppy and frantic.
Tommy Wiseauing her belly button.
Yeah.
Is that lint? He wasn't picking out hairs. He was picking out belly lint.
I do not have AIDS. I do not. Well, hi, Mark. And and then Angela shows up at the door, a screen door, while she has a knife. and
No,
she's
she
like,
has a chainsaw.
"Oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah,
where-
yeah, yeah."
No,
No,
that's-
she already threw the chainsaw.
Oh, the
aside at that
chainsaw was
point.
the night before. That's right.
Okay.
The
No,
chainsaw was
when she showed up at the one door with the chainsaw, she couldn't get it started again and just tossed it aside and pulled out the knife.
Did she kill someone with the chainsaw?
Yeah, the
she
kid
killed
with
Jason-
the hockey mask.
the black kid with the Jason
Oh,
mask.
so is that the one we skipped over?
think
I
so.
don't know. We were just kind of just talking about all the kills.
Yeah. Well, it
That's
had
a
to
lot.
be because they died right before that when she went to the door.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the fact that he's wearing a Jason mask is a meta reference.
All right. Also,
And-
before she killed the kid with the Jason mask, she slit the other kid's throat with the Freddy glove.
Oh
there's a
yeah.
there's a fucking Freddy glove. In this
So
fucking
that's
movie.
5, right? We're at 5 before Allie.
All right. There's the girl. I don't remember the very first girl's name. And then there's
Log.
the shit sis. Then there's the shit. We'll just call her Log. Logina. The shit sisters.
We'll just
Who
call
were
them
actually
the
called
Grill-
the Shit Sisters.
I think we'll just call them the Grill Twins.
All right. Shit. The
Freddy and
God damn it.
Jason.
Yeah, those two. I don't remember what their names were.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
The second girl who showed her tits the second most, Mare.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
drill.
it's not Mary, it's Mare.
With the drill.
Oh yeah. She got so that's 6.
All right. The two perv kids later on. We see the two perv kids got killed later on.
Mm-hmm.
The kids with the Polaroids.
Right. 7 and 8.
The black girl that she strangles with the fucking guitar string.
Yep. 9.
TC.
TC.
10.
The head counselor, Uncle Joe. We see he's in there with his hand cut off.
Oh
and his
wow.
throat slit or whatever.
What was
11.
the other? There was the other guy that was hanging up against the wall. One of the other counselors.
The one who banged Allie in the woods.
12. And then Allie.
Sean.
13.
Oh yeah, she cuts Sean's head off with the machete.
14. Tips hat to Leatherface and Jason.
I think who else she killed?
No, our Pinhead did not get a nod in this movie. Although, considering the psychosexual nature of Pinhead in Hellraiser,
there was nobody dressed as Pinhead in this. No.
Pinhead would be the most relevant one to the first film because of just the the psychosexual and repression themes of Pinhead wanting people to cut loose and show. What was the line, Tommy? He's like, "Show me your What does Pinhead say?
Oh crap!
Or probably no. Pinhead has that line where he wants people to.
I've only seen Hellraiser once. I have never seen it more than once.
Oh, you do. I want to watch the whole series now. Although I heard some of them are pretty bad, like the internet one.
Maybe I'll bust that out down the line.
Oh, dude, I would absolutely watch every single one of them. Because, Tom talks about those, and I'm like, it's one of those series where it's probably underrated in some ways, but they're also not all very good. I guess kind of like Friday the 13th.
Wait, I got another death for Angela. She kills that woman in the truck.
Well, I thought that was the drill.
No, the redneck at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The one she takes the truck from. Oh, wait, there's the other girl, too. The
15.
one who snitches, and she starts stabbing her for snitching.
So what was that, 16 now?
16, yeah. Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling there's more?
I didn't even realize it was that many. Cause
What about the chick that walks into the counselor cabin and sees Joe and all them dead, and she?
There's that girl too. Yeah, that girl too. That girl too.
Yeah,
she comes
17.
out and gets stabbed too. Yeah.
Wait a minute, no. Wait a minute. What are we up to? 17.
If you include that one, 17.
Okay.
The first 4 Hellraisers are good. After that, they get pretty bad. Except for the last one, it redeemed it. Redeemed the series. Okay.
Oh, I saw the first one way later after it came out, and guess I must have been fucking stoned out of my mind because I really don't remember too much of it.
So it's like the opposite of Friday the 13th, where they don't start getting good until number 6.
Really? You thought
That's
so?
what Red Letter Media said.
I thought they got worse as they went along.
Or at least
gradually got worse.
the series became more of itself with the 6th one. It had its identity by number 6. Because the first one is a totally different movie.
You sure it ain't one of those things where people just grew and attached to the characters in it, and you know what I mean? Because some of the early Friday the 13th, I enjoyed the shit out of all of them, but some of the early ones were, you know,
Siskel Leader
they weren't very inventive with the kills.
Yeah,
and later on they start getting really inventive with the kills.
Well, I think early on that was a period where that wasn't really a thing yet. The idea of becoming creative with kills. I think Freddy did a lot to elevate that. But I mean, early horror movies before that point were they weren't trying to just indulge in creative kills.
Well, I thought it was that dumbass one where it wasn't Jason, or it was that I can't even remember the other guy's name. That where he thought he was becoming Jason. That was the one where
Tommy Jarvis in that Psycho Camp, Part 4.
That shit. I was like,
or no, God. 5. I'm sorry, Part 5, A New Beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And the counselor's the one running around disguised as Jason.
If you look at the slasher film as like a popular subgenre, it kind of starts with Halloween, but he's basically just got a knife in that one, right? And by the time you get to,
does it start with Halloween or Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Okay.
Technically, there is a horror movie out before that, and I forget the name of it, but it came out way before Halloween. That actually they attribute being the beginning of the horror slasher genre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, before that.
You know, there's a couple more that were not very well known, but it was those two that really kind of elevated it to popularity, and that's when you started getting that entire like subgenre all throughout the 80s. But
well, I'm just saying, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a jump on the Halloween franchise, you know?
Based on a true story. So,
I guess Psycho. Well, I guess would you say Psycho? Maybe.
No, that's a Hitchcock movie.
Because it wasn't the over the top gore. It wasn't blood flying all over the place. I guess.
Well, and because there wasn't enough kills in Psycho.
Okay.
All right, so this one site, and I've heard a different movie, 1974 Black Christmas is one of the ones that they always say. I never saw you. But they actually, this one page actually attributes to a movie going all the way back to 1932 called 13 Women.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Saying it was a slasher movie. Saying it was like blood and guts.
Yeah. But I'm sure that their idea of a slasher movie back then was a lot tamer than what we.
Well, yeah. But the reason I bring it up is the trend within slasher movies to have increasingly creative kills, and that's sort of the spectacle of the film. And I think Freddy really elevated that because he lived in dreams. And he could do whatever he wanted, and so you
do it however he wants.
Exactly.
That was the cool thing about Freddy.
Right.
He can do it however he wants.
Right. And so then, all right. Well, let's say you don't have Freddy, you have like Jason, or and he doesn't live in dreams, but they kind of fudge it a little bit, and then he just comes up with more creative ways to kill his victims in the movie, and so then that becomes it's like a trope, right? So. Well, it's a meme is really what it is. It's just not like an image with text, but it's a meme where, oh, well, how creative can we make these kills? In the first Sleepaway Camp, we got the kills were like thematically relevant. So when Judy got killed, she got the hot curling iron in her snatch. And it was loosely like it was a kill that was targeted for her based on like her personality and what she had done to Angela, just like Meg
she was a
got
cunt.
It in the yeah. And
she was such a cunt. That's how she deserved. She deserved death through her cunt.
Yeah. And Meg got stabbed in the back, but while she was taking a shower, because she was the one that threw Angela in the water.
Oh wow, that's some deep philosophical shit right there. I didn't think about that. That the water had a connection to that.
But they were all like that. Every kill in the movie was somewhat thematically related to what they had done in some way. And like Mel, he got the arrow through. And remember, it's only the adults that we actually see getting killed with some kind of prop or special effect. Like,
all right. So what's the connection to the boiling water and the pedo in the first one? What's the connection?
I guess just having to live with the excruciating pain forever, because that's what he did to all of his victims.
I know, but I mean, like, what's the metaphor?
Oh, as far as the soup?
Oh, the boiling hot oil drum of corn.
I don't know. They used his cooking as like a pretext to get access to the kids that he abused.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And so
I got you there.
Yeah. And then
yes, Freddy definitely elevated the creativity of killings, because Freddy could kill someone with the fucking power glove in one movie. But Freddy can fucking control someone with the Nintendo Power Glove.
Well, I think that's it. I mean, there was a lot of movies beforehand, because there's talk of a few other movies that are possibly the first slasher films. But when you look at the first one to start to elevate the slasher films, was definitely John Carpenter. Yeah. And if it wasn't for John Carpenter elevating, you wouldn't have got the Friday the 13th series. More than likely, you wouldn't have gotten that. You probably wouldn't have gotten Freddy the way we did. I mean, if it wasn't for John Carpenter elevating it with the success of Halloween, because remember, Halloween was a very successful movie in the theaters, and it was one of the first slasher type movies to ever be that successful. So, I mean, you got to give that guy a lot of credit for the early work.
I give him a lot of credit for that.
As far as the new shit, man, you could take all that stuff and you could turn that into Sleepaway Camp 2 for all I care.
Well, no, I'm not trying to diminish Carpenter in any way as far as elevating the slasher genre. No, I mean, I think he made a great film that was worth imitating and stealing from. Absolutely. I just mean that Carpenter wasn't going for the popcorn element of the elaborately creative kills. Right, because he really didn't need to do that in Halloween. That's not what Halloween was about.
Looking for suspense more than anything.
Yeah. I mean,
well, he was
Halloween doesn't need that.
Yeah, he was kind of toeing that line too. He was another one, just like I said with Sleepaway Camp with the first one, that there was a lot of those,
first one had
Hitchcock.
Suspense.
There was a lot of the Hitchcock elements to it, where you didn't necessarily see every kill. You knew what was happening, but you weren't actually seeing it. And it's the same thing that Hitchcock used to do. And it's the same thing that John Carpenter wound up doing in Halloween. You knew what was happening, but you didn't see it all.
Right.
But the first Sleepaway Camp, like, had suspenseful scenes. It kept you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
Not this one.
No, this one was exploitation. I think of, in a sense, the creative kills are a form of exploitation. Just like, Pam Grier getting her tits out in a blaxploitation film, right? It's in this case, it would be the exploitation of the victims, right? We're supposed to feel bad, but what we really want is to see them get killed. And there was some satisfaction in the first Sleepaway Camp, particularly with the adults that we do see killed, because we know that they deserve it, because they're the worst. I mean, kids get killed, but we don't see it. We see it in a Hitchcocky way, like Tommy said. Whereas, Chef Artie, gets horribly disfigured, and he's going to be in pain for the rest of his life. We don't even see him die, but we're content.
The man from Baldyville.
Yeah, we're content with the knowledge.
He became a Baldy himself.
Right. Yeah. But we're content with the knowledge that he is either going to die in the hospital, or he will live out the rest of his life
as a burn victim.
Horrible pain in every nerve ending in his body, suffering endlessly, right? And
I was trying to realize it was like the cooking was where he lures the kids into the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's cooking that got that's a good one.
Yep.
Speaking of that, you just reminded me, it had something to do with pleasure.
What, with Artie?
No.
Or exploitation?
Pinhead.
Yeah.
I'm going back away. It took me a while to start to click. It had something to do with pleasure.
Mm-hmm. With Mel, he got the arrow through the throat. Mel was the one always trying to keep everything quiet, right? He was trying to keep everything silent. And
that's another good one.
Mm-hmm. And so he got it right through the throat, right through his voice box is where
So
the arrow hit him.
why'd she cut Paul's head off? Because Paul was using his dick to think about things? Because he was thinking it was a dick?
And not thinking with his head. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about Paul.
I think no. What was the guy in the first movie?
Well, Paul was the guy in the first movie.
Yeah, Paul.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're in the first one.
So yeah. So the other guy, she kept saying he's a good guy, and she even kind of allude it, remind her or somebody.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's why she takes Shane's head off.
Didn't Angela actually say that he reminded her of something? That's right. One of her hearts to hearts with Molly. That's true. She did say that. Oh.
So I mean, even though this movie did fail in a lot of ways, they at least paid attention to some of the stuff that was in the first movie.
She does mention her aunt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's giving out quotes that her aunt gave her.
Hey, you remember those kids that got killed in their sleeping bags? They had thrown sand at Angela and they got killed on the ground.
Yeah, from when she got thrown in the water.
Yep. They were killed in the dirt where they lay.
Wow. There are some now there's some deep psychiatric shit going on.
Well, so now you're making me think because we didn't go all the way into it with Allie, but right, she's getting it on in the toilet, and then
also wait, she gives Allie a speech. She's taunting Allie before she shoves her face first into the fucking into the outhouse.
Yeah, that was so gross.
Yeah, we get toilet vision.
And those weren't just turds on her face; those were leeches.
Or she shoves her head. We get toilet vision. And Angela says, "What's down there?" And Allie says, "Shit."
Yep.
And then she's like, "That's right. That's one of your favorite words." It's like you've been a shitty friend and a shitty counselor. And she's saying all this thing. She goes, what else is down there? And she goes, "Piss." And it's like, "Hey, you pissed me off." She's like saying all this other stuff.
Yeah,
and that's
there it is.
She says, "What else is down there?" It's like, I don't know. It's like, you're gonna have to find out.
Yeah, then she takes like a stick and just keeps pushing her down.
Yeah, we hear the gargling and she keeps trying to pop back up.
Yeah, and she gargles balls.
That was a nasty death. That was a very nasty.
I mean, sometimes you do get floaters.
But yeah, she was doing it in the toilet, so she got killed in an outhouse, and she had a hole cut in her back.
She was also a shitty friend.
Yep. And remember, before throwing her in, Angela stabs a hole in her back.
She stabs her in the back too. Wait,
right?
She stabs her in the back, not Molly, right?
Yeah, right. What with both of them?
No, I don't think. Now I'm thinking about it. It was her she stabbed before she shoved her into the outhouse.
Now I'm not sure. She might have stabbed both of them, but no, she definitely stabbed Allie in the back because I made the joke that's just what she needs is another hole.
It's also fresh after Allie was fucking banging in the woods and asked the dude, "You don't have AIDS, do you?"
He's like, "Nah."
He's like, "No." No, he's like, "No." He's like, "Oh, okay, good."
Yeah, I should have asked you that 5 minutes ago.
It would have been worse if she finished it up with, "Well, you might now."
I know.
Death by Tidy Bowl. I hear you, RR.
Yeah. Or if if she gave him like hep because you can get that from a toilet seat, and she got killed in an outhouse. Yeah, that's no way to go out. The outhouse.
Well, she was a shitty friend.
Yeah,
she was a shitty friend, and she pissed her off.
She had a really bad potty mouth, apparently.
I was like, it's like that's right. One of your favorite words. I gotta admit, she was pretty funny. Her performance during these killings was pretty funny. I will say that.
Yeah. with one-liners. And I see, like, in the first movie, there was that ambiguity. I thought maybe she wasn't planning out these kills. Maybe she just snapped, blacked out, and her suppressed psyche of Pete was killing to protect the Angela persona. But in this one, no. The Pete is gone. It's all Angela. It's all premeditated. She takes joy in it. She says one-liners. And yeah, she's just a quippy serial killer now.
Oh, we also did have that part where I guess we were supposed to feel bad for her because she has that she has her montage nightmare.
That wasn't a nightmare. That was more like her version of a wet dream.
So there's an infamous editing trick that is used in movies that everybody hates because it's terrible, and RR will know what I'm talking about, where you have like a montage of flashbacks to scenes from the same movie that you're still watching. And so she has like a flashback montage of every kill from this very movie, including strangling the girl like 5 minutes ago.
While you hear "I'm a happy camper" in the background in slow motion.
Right,
Super
like
slow motion.
yeah, it's like putting a clip show into the middle of an episode.
It was a more it was a more it was a I would say it's a worse version of in Rocky 4 when he's driving and you hear "There is no easy way out," and we're seeing Apollo get killed in the ring. It's like we just saw him get killed in the ring like 5 minutes ago. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. It feels like padding the movie out. Like we just
you really
saw it.
had to pad this movie, this fucking movie of all movies. You really had to pad this out.
Right. We're still feeling the death of Apollo. You know, if Rocky is feeling it, you don't need to cut to, another shot of it. Just have Rocky looking out the window looking sad. We know why he's sad. We're still sad about it. It just happened. So, yeah, Angela's thinking about all those kills. Like, yeah, we were there.
But I don't. This movie this fucking movie. You needed to have a flashback scene in this movie. No,
dude, we could have written a better sequel than this. The Sleepaway Camp.
Well, that's weird. So I was looking up all the ones that are in here.
The kills?
There's the movies in total in this franchise. There's 6 of them.
Oh my god! I thought there was 3.
Well, so you got Sleepaway Camp,
there is another one.
Camp 2, Sleepaway Camp 3. Then you have Return to Sleepaway Camp. Then you have Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor. Then Sleepaway Camp Reunion in 3D. At some point, all these franchises have to have a 3D movie.
There is actually one.
Go to space.
I didn't see part 3, but I know there's because I did watch this one. It was where they actually brought back members of the cast of the first one.
That must be the reunion one.
Where Felissa Rose is actually in the movie.
Yeah, because 3 has Springsteen in it again.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a review of this. I've seen.
But Return to Sleepaway Camp. It's got Felissa Rose in it.
What's the subtitle of number 3?
Teenage Wasteland.
Teenage Wasteland. Yeah. Teenage Wasteland.
And that's the one that's got Isaac Hayes in apparently. And
yeah, and Big.
Is he the chef?
Big Pussy's in it too from The Sopranos.
He is the chef. He is a chef. Isaac Hayes.
Yes, he legit is the chef in this fucking movie. Yes.
Does he say anything about Baldy? So.
Oh,
no, he's not. He's not a diddler. Actually, from what I remember when I saw the movie, he's not a diddler.
Well, children, you got to find the clitoris.
And Jonathan Tiersten as Ricky.
Is that the Ricky from the first one?
Ricky.
I'm assuming so.
Ricky, Angela, and one of the counselors, the diesel counselor with the big nose, the Guido.
Ronnie. Paul D'Angelo.
They're in it. I know for a fact they're in it. I watched this movie once a while back.
Just a warning. I'm looking at the franchise on IMDb. Sleepaway Camp 1, 6.2. I would have put it up at a 7. Number 2 is 5.5. The next one that I'm assuming we're watching next week is only 5.
All right, this one we watched this week, you said on IMDb it has a 5.5.
Yep.
Wow.
And
They should be happy for that one.
yeah. Part 3, Teenage Wasteland, 5. And number 4, Return to Sleepaway Camp, 4.1.
Well, technically, Return to Sleepaway Camp is not 4, even though it should be.
One of them is a clip movie, right?
Yeah. One of them is
a clip
Sleepaway Camp 4, the Survivor. So
there's only 4 on this list, so they're skipping a couple.
Yeah, and Sleepaway Camp: The Reunion, like all those from that point on, they have Felissa Rose in them. From Return to Sleepaway Camp to Sleepaway Camp 4 to Sleepaway Camp Reunion. And
on Wikipedia, it only has 5 of them.
Wow, that's weird. Let's see, Sleepaway Camp Reunion. It doesn't have a date for it. Wait a minute. No, it's a 2010 American. It says 2010. That's weird, really weird, because they have it last in this list of movies I'm looking at. So that came out in 2010. Return was in 2008, and Sleepaway Camp 4 is 2012.
Oh yeah.
So maybe weird. Sleepaway Camp Reunion. Maybe it's not like an actual movie. Maybe that's just the cast getting back together.
Well, I watched this guy. He had I watched this guy. I'm trying to think. Cinema Snob, and he was going through a bunch of Sleepaway Camp movies, and one of them he reviewed was okay. I don't know if you've ever seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, but how Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 was half an original movie and half clips of Silent Night, Deadly Night 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that from what I saw of the review. So that one's kind of like an unnecessary one, I guess.
Oh yeah, this chart of all the actors is a little complicated. It has all the actors from part 1. Yeah, and the main 3 come back for Return. Felissa Rose, Jonathan Tiersten, Paul Giangelo. Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor has the biggest list, but Renee Estevez comes back. And
probably
Robert Earl Jones.
The Survivor is. I think the Survivor is the fucking clip one, so that's why she comes back. And that clips of the 3 movies.
That explains why the cast list is so huge for the Survivor, because it has Robert Earl Jones, who already died 6 years before.
There you go.
Yeah, archival footage. Okay, so
the 3D one was actually just a separate movie. But why is that not listed in the list? Because I know 4 is listed in all of them. Or are they? See, it's so weird the way they're all out of order. And when I was looking at the list, that's just so strange. Yeah. Sleepaway Camp 7, Guinea Collective roasting nibble toes over the camp.
Yeah, they need one title, won't be fooled again. Angela is a girl. We won't get fooled again.
You know what? We need Sleepaway Camp 5, the beginning, the transition.
The snippening.
Sleepaway Camp 8, the dilating.
The dilation.
No. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh.
All right. This part 3 is going to be fucking awful. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be worse than this one. So hold on to your hats.
There is really no plot in this movie. There's like nothing else we could explain other than the kills, right?
Right.
I mean, holy shit.
I mean, what's left is other than the kills we talked about, is discovering where she dumped them, and then the survivor getting away.
Oh wait, that's right. Yeah, the shrine. We didn't talk about the dead body shrine, where she's been hiding all the dead bodies, all the people she's been sending home.
Right. Because nobody notices that these kids are dead because they think, Angela says that she just sent them all home. And I know she's not digging graves. So I'm like, well, what is she doing with all these bodies? Where's she putting them? And we find out the transition. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, and that's where Swayze Jr. and fucking Molly. That's where she holds them captive for a bit before she decides to.
I'm gonna need some Molly to watch the third one. Sorry, go on.
Oh, what was Swayze Jr.'s name again? I keep forgetting.
Shane.
There you go.
Oh, you should be paying attention to the fucking movie.
Well, the problem is you had some bed in your ear, Slasher, and you weren't paying attention to the action that was going on.
If you get murdered by a bird, then you're not a man, you're soy. Shout out to Jens. He knows. He knows we do the impression.
Oh, I've done it to him on my own channel. Sitting
numerous times.
Yeah,
we do in front of him. He does not care one bit.
He actually got mad at me one time. Speaking of Jens, this was after a show, and I was doing my outros. You know how I have the little clips, Slasher knows the little clips I play before I let somebody go ahead and talk about their channel and everything like that. Yeah. I did not play him his Rocket Raccoon before I introduced him, and he genuinely got a little irritated with me about it. I got the rocket.
I thought he hated when you did that.
No, he actually he likes it. He's in on the joke with it, and he got mad. He's like, I can't believe you didn't pay my clip. Talking good like you and me.
I thought he hated that because that's when he starts speaking proper English. When he starts doing his tea and crumpet voice, when he starts doing that voice, he should start doing streams in just that voice.
Yeah, well, he can do it whatever he wants to. He just prefers not to.
No, oh yeah, you know what? Real quick, shout out to Lasso of Truth. Speaking of outros that I do for people, I've got a permanent outro for her too. So I got a clip from European Vacation where she's like, "This must
is where
this
they
must
sacrifice virgins."
I'm going to get a clip for everybody eventually. I'm going to load up StreamYards with all these clips.
Yeah, I really thought I was hoping she was going to be here to say, I told you all those kills were premeditated.
See, she doesn't even want to hear about this movie.
It's fucking stupid. This movie is fucking stupid.
Why is Angela killing?
I forgot just how stupid this movie is because of all the shock therapy and drugs they gave her and the snip.
So is anyone
snip?
Is anyone mad about this movie like they were about the first one?
I don't know.
Tommy?
Know. Does anyone fucking know about this
movie? I didn't look into it, but I will look into it.
Okay, I'm just curious because they made such a stink about the first one being a negative portrayal of a trans character as a killer, which
other than us three right here, do the two people watching know if there was any backlash about Sleepaway Camp II unhappy campers? Because I doubt there was, because nobody gave a flying fuck about this shit bomb movie.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well,
this movie was a shit bomb.
Last week we talked about that, and I felt that it was a very shallow reading of the movie. That you would only think that it was that kind of negative portrayal if you didn't watch the movie, because there's more going on inside Angela's head. There's a lot more going on, and that's a big part of the mystery. This one does not really deal with that at all.
Well, hey, at least in the first one, you didn't know Angela was the killer right off the bat.
Right. You didn't know anything about her backstory, and now they gloss over it in the first 5 minutes with the story. They tell you the plot of the first movie, and what happened to her. Oh yeah, well, she got a full operation, and like, okay, so we're not gonna we're definitely not going to get a repeat of that final scene. And she's a totally different person now. So they kind of let you know right away that they're going to break away from all of the stuff that made the first one interesting. You know, that made it a mystery, that made it topical to what was going on with that character. Like, no, none of that matters anymore. She's not suppressing anything anymore or dealing with this identity. No, she's just shock treatment. She got no dick now. Shock treatment and nepotism. They let her out and recommended her to be a camp counselor of all things.
Camp fucking counselor.
Hey, well, she's got a brand new name.
A brand new last name.
Yeah, Johnson. So that's where her Johnson went. It went into her name.
So I looked it up and I see no reference to transphobic or anything on that. They're just focused on the first one.
Okay. Well, it's probably because they removed all of that subtext that was in the first one.
You know why that is, Tommy? Because the first one made more than $5.
Right. And she's really not portrayed that way in this one. She's just kind of portrayed as shy.
Just a maniac. She might as well be the Joker as a camp counselor in this fucking shit.
She's a shy prude because, she keeps telling Allie to put the titties away, but then, like you pointed out, Slasher, it's weird that she doesn't seem to care about the Polaroids that little boys took of the girls taking their tops off until it's Angela, and then she's like, "Give me that. You children are about to get killed by me." Yeah, she's not even Norman Bates in this movie. She's just Leatherface.
So I figured they would hate this one because then they could talk about the how they took the original character who was trans and they made her conservative and her views changed. I'm surprised they didn't go after that. Oh, I said it out loud. Now they're going to start attacking Sleepaway Camp 2 tomorrow.
No, they cis-washed her. It was a cis-wash.
Tommy, you're giving this movie way too much credit because no one gives a flying fuck.
You know what though? I want to bring that topic up. I want them to sit there and attack this for its transphobic ways. Because this would just show how retarded they are if they start attacking a movie this bad.
Okay, so you know how they have like gay baiting, where they show the commercials and then it gets people like, oh, a gay movie, and then they go watch it and there's nothing there, like Disney does, right? Like Disney's like, oh, hey, go watch episode 9 of Star Wars. There's a lesbian kiss, and you watch it and there's it's barely even there. It's in the background, nothing they can't cut out for China, and so you could also straight wash a movie, right? Let's say if you took the Rocky Horror Picture Show and you did a reboot of it, but you took out all of the gayness from it, right? And then it would kind of lose it wouldn't be the same movie anymore, right? So in this case, they cis-washed Angela, right? They just say yep, you don't have to worry about that anymore. She got the chop, she got shock treatment. We're not going to deal with those themes anymore. It's just so yeah. As far as feel like
okay,
whoa.
Also, wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'll go into the thought of a fucking lefty maniac, right? I will say, all right, I'll think of a complaint right now. Boom, I'll think of a complaint right now. Oh, just because someone got the snip. I know that's not the type of language they'd use, but just because someone got their shit snipped, that means that they're a murderous maniac. How dare you? I mean, that seems something that if anyone paid more than $5 to the movie company to watch this movie, I'm saying they could come up with that sort of shit, right?
You know why she went on a murderous rampage in this fucking movie? It's because it's what is now called a bird actually got a masculinity cut off.
Yeah,
the masculine person that used to be in there went crazy.
But
it's the extreme consequence of soy.
The ghost of Jens. That's exactly what I was talking about. I mean, well, I'd say if someone's gonna just nitpick a shitty movie that probably had like 30 rentals at someone's VHS store somewhere.
Now, Tommy, you mentioned that they made her like a conservative Christian. Now, she doesn't talk about religion, but she does use the word fornication a lot, and that's
It
a very
well, the reason I even said that because it reminded me all like in the 80s and shit, all the TV evangelists on there, and that's a fornication in these shows, you know.
right.
Well, also,
that's not a
that thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Darius. Sorry.
well. I say that's not specifically a religious word, but it's only used by religious people. Anyone else just calls it getting laid, right? But yeah, that's really the only context that fornication is used to describe the same thing.
All right. It was also kind of, I guess you would say it's a play on the way Jason's mother was. Like, you know, how, Jason drowned while two counselors were fucking and they didn't pay attention to Jason and he drowned. Like,
yeah, you're right. They're
maybe-
playing into it. It's just a trope within slasher movies that even Scream meta commented on about, oh, yep, then you're definitely dead. And so this
Yeah,
movie
I'm
really
just saying, just imagine Pamela Voorhees saying they were too busy bumping uglies than to pay attention to my son.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, this movie was meta in some ways, the way it sort of, did a nod to all these other slasher films, but it was
a shit bomb.
It wasn't like a clever tip of the hat. It was like a paint by numbers and be like, hey, you remember in Freddy and Jason when this happens? Well, this is going to be like that, to the point where they even had Freddy and Jason costumes in this movie. Like it was not clever as it was just pretending to think it was.
Freddy, Jason, Leatherface. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the kid, when he's putting his fucking Freddy makeup on too, I think he was this is going to give her a nightmare.
Wait a minute. There is one more nod.
Wait, which
Norman
one?
Bates. The
When?
freaking the bodies, a couple of the bodies where they're already like completely like skeletalized and almost mummified.
You mean
yeah,
Like having the
shrine?
corpse of his mother.
In the shrine?
Yeah, that's a
Uh-huh.
good point. Yeah, because I mean, in the first film, Angela was a much closer fit to Norman Bates than any slasher killer.
Mm-hmm. The blank stare, all that stuff.
Right,
The
right,
second
and just
personality emerging.
exactly. Yeah, because that's kind of how I interpreted Angela. Even though Trina and I were fighting about it, I was like, nah, Angela's like, yeah, she's like a Norman Bates with the suppressed personality of someone else that surfaces to protect the psyche. And she's like, no, that's a guy. He knows he's a guy. He's just killing. I'm like, no.
Lasso's great, man. We all love Lasso, but you can't take her serious. She says that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'm not going to argue about that. I'm not going to argue about it.
Let's argue about it. I'll break out the ghost again, because
Oh.
I will have him argue for me.
I don't know what RR thinks about that. RR is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
There's too much Christmas stuff in Die Hard for it to not be a Christmas movie. I do understand people's arguments against it. I do. I will say that. Unlike people who say that it's not a Christmas movie.
Well, I the way I explained it is it's Christmas themed.
What I don't get is
at its core, to me, it's an action movie.
Of course it is.
When I look
Yes,
at it, that's
of
what
course
it's an action movie. It's not really a Christmas. When I think of Christmas movies, I think of Christmas where Christmas is the defining characterization of the entire movie, all the way from beginning to end. The spirit of Christmas and all that stuff. You don't really get a whole lot of that in Die Hard. You get like a little bit of snippets here and there, but you're not getting it throughout the whole film. And that's why I say it's Christmas themed. It's not really a Christmas movie.
It is true
There's
that
so
if you
few-
took
there's-
Christmas out, it would be a different movie,
All right. What about
Well, it would
Gremlins?
still be an action movie, though.
but it would still be an action movie.
Tommy, Gremlins.
See, that's another one. I think if you took Christmas out of it, technically it could still work. I mean, you would have to change some elements around, but
But
You-
is
you
it a
could
Christmas movie?
no, it's a horror movie.
Of course it is. But is it also a Christmas movie?
I really don't think so, quite honestly.
I just
Now
feel like
here-
you have to have a standard to set your threshold for what makes something a
all right.
Christmas movie, or
That's
else
all right,
anything
all right,
could
all
be
right.
a Christmas
Listen,
movie.
listen. So I'll go into this right now. I understand people's arguments about Die Hard not being a Christmas movie, and I can see their point of view, but I will say it's a Christmas movie. Gremlins is a Christmas movie because Gizmo is a fucking Christmas present. Boom.
Why couldn't he? Why
that
couldn't he have been a
automatically
birthday?
makes it.
Why
all
couldn't he be?
then it would've-
Why couldn't he have been a birthday present?
all right, it could have been a birthday, but it was set at Christmas time. If it wasn't set at Christmas time, if it was set on Billy's birthday, I could understand that argument. But it was Christmas time. Gizmo's a Christmas present. Boom, automatic Christmas movie.
Well, the thing is that the studios always want some kind of movie going into Christmas time. So
I don't
of
care
course,
if it was. I don't
you know-
care if it was released in July.
be like, there's so many movies that have Christmas in them. Even Brazil, that crazy Terry Gilliam movie, is mostly set at Christmas, and there's Christmas
Okay,
trees.
Trading Places has Christmas in it, but I don't consider that a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Trading Places goes from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
Pigs.
Art agrees with Tommy. It's a good way to describe it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not that invested in whether it is or isn't. I
I'm
think
not
of it as an
either.
action
You know
movie.
what? I will say this though. Our discussion about this had a lot more plot in it than
Then
Sleepaway
this
Camp
fucking
2 did.
horrible shit bomb movie. And I'll keep calling it a shit bomb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We know about the shock treatment, but Angela doesn't actually have any motivation for these kills.
No, she's just Looney Bins. She's Looney Tunes.
That's it.
So the kid was calling her in the first one. Ain't you Looney Tunes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. But,
Angela, why are you so fucked up? In the first
Yeah.
one.
yeah. But that Angela didn't seem like she wanted to kill people. This
No.
one enjoyed it.
Yeah, this one was cool with it. That's what I'm saying. This one was acting like the Joker.
And she was real
Anyway.
anal retentive now and very talkative. So talkative. Angela was silent in the first movie.
That was
Well,
from
who
all
even
the
is
shock
this?
treatment.
All
That's
the
from all
shock,
the shock treatment.
yeah,
that made
all
her
the
talk
shock
in a-
treatment and the yeah.
Yeah, what a hand wave, the shock treatment. Yeah, so all of our discontinuity with the first movie is just shock treatment. Yeah, shock treatment,
That and all the
Yeah.
happy pills, apparently, because she said there was tons of pills.
which we never see her take.
We also don't see her dilated. But anyway.
Damn it.
See, that's the scene that Slasher wanted. He wanted
Yeah.
the dilation scenes.
No, see if you were gonna go into the Darius realization thing. They needed dilation scenes. That's only if you wanted to make it realistic.
And she needs to stare at a photograph of her childhood self as Pete while doing it.
She's gonna look. He's gonna look at a picture of Paul's severed head
Oh,
from the first one.
R.I.P. Paul.
Sleepaway Camp 7. Angela's pregnant.
Oh, hey, remember the guy's like, hey, there's a water snake here. Yeah, he got killed the same way. There
Yeah,
was a connection.
water snake coming out of his mouth.
Yep.
I don't. All right. What about Beehive Guy? What was Beehive Guy's?
Was he the water balloon guy, or was there a scene
Yeah,
that
he was the water balloon guy. He was the guy who pegged her in the face with the water balloon.
there was some mention of the beehive in the scene just before he goes in to take a giant shit or take a wicked dump. You gotta take a wicked dump.
He was hurling stinging comments at her.
There was something about the beehive, though. I don't remember. But yeah, he was up on the roof throwing the water balloon. I don't know. Maybe she threw the beehive the way he threw the water balloon. I don't know. I'm not real sure about that one.
Anyway, fuck this movie. And wrap this shit up. There's no even need to talk about the end. All right, the worst ending ever. Want to go ahead and talk about the worst ending ever?
You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what, though? Hold on 1 second. I will say something about that ending. They ended this one the same when they ended the first one with a still shot.
That
Okay.
is true.
Call back.
That
So
is true.
Tommy
All right,
mentioned
hang
that.
on. I'll be back in 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay, Tommy mentioned that they kind of portrayed Angela as a conservative Christian now in this one, like like she's been born again, or in a sense, kind of like going through AA, where AA is non-denominational. It's not a religious organization, but you do have to identify a higher power, quote unquote, right? In order, and so she does seem to have all the markings of a hardcore religious Puritan, but without any mention of religion. And she doesn't really seem like politically conservative anyway, but she's socially conservative in that don't pull your tits out, don't have any fun, don't be smoking a joint in the woods, don't be drinking, don't be fornicating. Like she's very den mother about all that stuff. And
I'll tell you what, if they wanted to
but-
hammer that point home, instead of calling her Johnson, they could have called her Jones. She could have been Angela Jones.
or Gore, Angela Tipper Gore. But she, we do get a character in the film who's like a conservative redneck at the very end, driving up in a cowboy hat in a Chevy truck, a Chevy pickup truck with a cowboy hat and a thick accent, who literally says, "I'm too dumb to to read."
Yeah.
Because when you're an American and you want a real truck, you get a Chevy truck.
Like a rock.
I remember.
from-
Angela gets pissed off that she smokes a cigarette and doesn't have the window rolled down.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't that. I think it was the comments she
Angela was
made
just
after.
I thought it was Angela just trying to maybe kill her way out of the situation, get a truck. That's what I thought. Maybe.
Oh, what was the comment she made? She said, "So I quit quitting," and then she said, "Yeah, too dumb. What?
Too old to fuck, too fat to fuck, or too
Yeah,
old.
she's
to
like,
something?
she's like, I'm too dumb to read and too fat to fuck, or something
Yeah,
like
she says
that.
something weird like that.
But it was she was such a cartoon. Like she was such a stereotype redneck cartoon character. I couldn't even take it seriously.
Well, she was another Looney Tunes character, just like Angela in this fucking movie.
Right. And if that movie was made now, she would have said, "This is MAGA country," and then Angela would have stabbed her.
I'll tell you
Right
what,
in the head.
they could have brought it all home in this movie. All they need is one scene with Angela with her mouth wide up, going, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Somebody.
Dun! And you hear that. Dun! Anyway, fuck this movie.
Well, so she does kill the redneck lady, and who's nice enough to pick her up and let her hitchhike, and then so she kills her and takes the cowboy hat, and then as Molly is the Estevez is running away, she finally made it away because
What a stupid reveal too, because we obviously see it's Angela through the windshield.
yeah.
Molly goes running up to the truck like it's supposed to be this big
Dude.
surprise.
Come on, Slasher. She was in disguise. She had that hat on. There's no way Molly would have known that was
Okay,
her.
all right. I guess she's fucking Lois Lane, like a pair of glasses with fucking
yeah. So
jogging,
what?
like,
no,
oh my god.
we didn't describe what Angela has already done to Molly. She didn't want to kill Molly because she liked Molly because Molly was like the most reserved. She was like the shy one, and didn't get her tits out, didn't fornicate, and she also snitched to Angela, which Angela appreciated. And so I think she does like throw her off of a short cliff, and she may or may not stab her at one point, but she doesn't want to kill her.
No. Molly falls off the cliff. She
falls off the cliff.
She falls off the edge. Yeah.
And
Okay,
Angela's like freaking out because she sees she hit her head on a rock. She's like, "You almost made it out, Allie." I mean, Molly, whatever the fuck. Allie, Molly. They were all named after Brat Pack characters. They were all named after Brat Pack.
Oh. It could have been intentional. Ugh. So
Someone's
she's running.
named Emilio. Someone in the credits was named Emilio.
Oh my god. So she's running away, and she makes it out of the woods onto the road, and then you see a Chevy truck pull up with and the driver's wearing a cowboy hat, and the window rolls down.
The very questionable driver. Who is this person?
Yeah.
I can't see who the fuck this is right through the windshield.
And then sure enough, it's Angela.
And then she gives another one-liner to close us out.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah, the big smile. Howdy, partner. And then freeze frame, credits roll. And I said, like, dude, this is the end. I'm going to be so bad. This cannot be the end. This had better not be the end. And it
Well,
was the
don't
end.
you worry, because there's a part 3.
Oh, my God. That was the dumbest ending.
And a part 4, and a untitled part 5, and something that could be considered a part 6. So don't worry, there's plenty more.
Okay, we've watched dumber movies and worse movies than this, but I don't think we've ever seen a dumber ending. Like even Birdemic had a better ending than this.
I wouldn't agree. I would say Birdemic was much worse than this.
As a film, yeah, but I mean the ending. Well, okay,
I would actually rather watch this than the Driller Killer again.
I'm just talking about the ending. Just like the final shot of the film. I mean, Birdemic was pretty dumb. It just ends and the birds fly away. That was pretty dumb. But I don't know. This is so fresh, it feels dumber to me. It's nothing is resolved.
It's an open wound.
Yeah, the movie ends dilated.
I would say this movie is an open wound. Yeah. You need to show something in it to keep the fucking dilation going.
I tell you what, the storyline, the overall acting in this one, and everything about this movie almost makes Biden seem coherent when he speaks.
This is dumb. No, this movie is more watchable than Birdemic for sure. But just the ending, nothing is resolved.
You know why though? Why I say because it's got fucking tits.
Well, it doesn't I guess it doesn't even really end on a cliffhanger because Molly doesn't really get away, nor does she get killed, and Angela doesn't really. I mean, she basically gets away from the camp, but it's so open. We don't know what's going to happen, and it just dangles.
They kind of gave you the information that you were getting a cliffhanger with Molly hanging over a little cliff.
Womp, 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 womp. Actually have that.
So anyway, yeah, end of the movie, shitty movie. So
terrible.
Oh God, Tommy, what's your rating on this shit?
I'd give this 2 flushes, one for a really bad film and one to get rid of it.
And what about you, Darius?
I would give it a thumb down. I would give it 6 cans of Comet to get rid of the memory from my brain.
You give this one stick shove down the outhouse hole.
I think this movie gave me AIDS.
This movie was completely undilated.
This movie will give you AIDS. You might get AIDS.
Oh, what a stinker. 2 nibbled toes.
I'm just kidding, by the way. No misinformation here. This movie will not transmit AIDS to you if you watch it in any sort of way. Unless you are fucking someone that actually has AIDS while you watch this movie, that's the only way you're going to get it.
It's a dud. It's a total dud. This movie's a nothing burger.
Do you
not
guys
even like a corn soup?
Do you guys actually think that part 3 is going to get any better?
No, it's going to get worse.
It is. I agree. Thumbs down.
I sure hope it gets worse because I want to be able to laugh.
I mean, yeah, this movie did give me some fucking laughable parts. I will say, I'll give it that much credit. She was funny with her fucking, her nonchalant killing of people.
And the first one was just so much more enjoyable. We got to see a couple of pedification people get taken care of. that in itself alone warrants the first movie must be watched.
Dude, what Now I want to see in one of the sequels, Artie is just like on
He
life
comes back
support.
all burnt and shit.
Well, no, he can't walk, he can't move, his entire body's just destroyed, and he's in excruciating pain. He's got like a morphine drip,
He's
and
like a walking piece of bacon.
yeah. Not even walking, just like he can't walk anymore. He's just his skin is so deformed, and he's all wrapped up in bandages. All you see are his eyes, and he's got like a morphine drip 24/7 for the pain. And Angela shows up at the hospital in disguise, and so she's like, "Oh, do you remember me?" And
I'll never cook chicken again.
yeah, like
I promise.
yeah, I'm a baldy chicken, remember? And then his eyes go wide. He's like, and she turns off the morphine drip, and then just starts to like hammer at his body, sending like waves of unbelievable pain throughout his body, and then laughs. And then Tommy drives up outside the window and just nods his head.
What would be even better is if she shows up in there with a VHS type of kiddie porn, but refuses to let him see anything on the cover.
Oh, that's dark. Possessing that is a felony.
Bone. Crush. Jack's Law.
Or what if she takes like a paint scraper and just starts scraping his skin off?
Deej. RR. Thank you guys for coming through. Who is Sentinel? Papa Cotton. Thank you guys. Vigilante. And
Deej.
yeah, I thank Deej.
Oh, I didn't.
Why does
hear you say
everyone
Deej.
keep not seeing me thanking Deej?
I don't know. I just missed it.
I thank Deej.
So
And,
you think we'll be able to make it through the next one?
Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking bad.
I tell you what, guys, get a pot of coffee ready.
Oh,
Or some
Jesus
tea. You're gonna need something to get through this one.
I might have to get a drill to put it through my own head before the movie's over.
I tell you what, I think I would rather watch. And don't get me wrong, I love Star Trek, but I would rather watch the first Star Trek motion picture on repeat than watch the second one again. And I'm pretty sure the third one's going to be a lot worse.
You know what? There better be some tits in this one. I'm going the Jens route here. There better be more fucking tits, bro.
I think the third one's going to make me relapse.
If it ain't got no fucking tits in it, it ain't worth watching because nobody wants to see some bitch all wrapped up in all her clothes because that's not masculine. It's soy as fuck.
As I say, this one was better than the first because at least this one had some fucking tits. You soy nerd bitches.
So,
Thanks for hanging out, y'all.
thank you, Tommy.
No, thanks.
Go ahead.
It was a lot of fun.
Go ahead and Tommy your Tommy.
I am me. I am a guinea pig. Hi. I nibble things, and I will nibble your soul. You shall be assimilated, or you shall suffer the consequences. Still doing the shorts, having fun. YouTube playing games with me again and again and again. YouTube, stop taking my damn views away. They're a freaking short. There's no reason to take 30 views away just out of spite. I don't know why these people are such specious bastards. But guys, make sure to stop by, check out some of the shorts. There are tons of them up there. Some toy reviews. I got some more in the works. Some figures that I had picked up and sitting on the shelf waiting to be reviewed. Some interesting stuff there. Absolutely. I'm loving going back through some of these older toys and some of the newer ones that are still paying some respect to the old stuff. Of course, still doing the BattleBot stuff. Got a new bot that I'm working on. A new bot that I'm going to wind up asking all my people to watch BattleBots to actually help me name. It's going to be collective bound, so to speak, for this bot. And I've been testing it out for the past few days, and it's killer. But guys, thanks for being here with us. Thanks for hanging out and making this a lot of fun. Thank you, Slasher and Darius. Always fun to jump on the panel and talk with you guys. Guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And Angela might transition you or dilate on you. It'd be disgusting.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Tommy. As you all can see, I've already been assimilated. I'm a member of the collective. And yeah, you check out Tommy Monday nights and Thursday nights. This is the second show, Thursday.
This Thursday we didn't do anything because something was going on. You know, Vinny had family and other things to attend to. You know, so we kind of just pushed this past Thursday. But yeah, we'll be back at it on Monday and Thursday again.
Yeah. Yeah, you can catch me here Saturday nights, Mondays on That 70s Rock Fan, and on Cardinal Sin's channel whenever he does a show. Although I think he's doing a surprise show right now, midnight to midnight. So I'll probably head over there and moderate. And then his UFO show, Into the Fringe, is back on Thursday nights. Other than that, keep your eyes peeled for my channel. And remember, stay dilated.
All right, everyone. We'll end on that note. Stay dilated. We'll be back next week with this third part of this horrible, horrible franchise.
Until next week, stay dilated, my friends.
Keep it loose.